Welcome to Weekly Strategy. This shows some basic stats about your upcoming opponent. You can also view. This is your team profile. Choose focus players each week who will earn extra. It's week 1 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cowboys and the Browns, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
It's week 1 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Steelers and the Falcons. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's the start of a season in the NFL. Welcome to our first Sunday in 2024 with football. Mike Tirico, my partner this year, Greg Olsen. Greg, so excited to be with you and so excited about week 1. You build it up, you talk about it for 6 months, but when it arrives, man, it feels so good.
And it's really the only week of the entire season, Mike, where all 32 teams are all dreaming the same thing. Playoffs, Super Bowl hopes. This was the best offseason any of them have ever had. And on top of that, it's the excitement and the hope in these stadiums. Every fan base in the NFL thinks that this is their year, and week 1's getting off to a hot start, and I know both you and I are looking forward to being along for the ride.
Penix gonna throw right away. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Another run here for Robinson. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. Here's 3rd and 7. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains. To throw is Penix. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Now he'll run.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
A give, and here comes Robinson. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's Robinson. Whoa! And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down. Here's Penix. No chance at all. He'll go down.
Once you get down into this part of the field, most teams call it the red area, you have to finish by capitalizing with 6 points. Anything less than that feels like a little bit of a letdown, and after that sack, their chances of coming away with 6 get a lot more difficult.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive. 4th down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Wilson going to throw right away. That's over the middle and intercepted. By Justin Simmons.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw, Hooker. Now he'll run it. And he's in. Touchdown, Atlanta. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now the veteran, it's Cordero Patterson. He'll get about 3. And that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Here's the replacement for Cameron Johnston. Corliss Waitman on to punt. Ray McLeod deep to return. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return. Before being forced out of bounds. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. That complete to Algier. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Nice run that time, and Bijan Robinson, I mean, what can you say, Mike, about his rookie season? Over 1,400 yards from scrimmage, and you know what the crazy part is? I think there's a lot of room for him to continue to improve both himself and the system that he's operating in.
And he's not going to get too far tackled after a gain of just a yard. With that, we'll give you a look at the draft class from this past April. And obviously, anytime you select a quarterback with your first pick, he's going to steal most of the headlines. But this organization feels like they were able to add some other foundational pieces in the selections that follow. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. And he's going to be... After a gain of about 1, Larry Ogunjobi with the tackle for the defense. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that.
And he's into the end zone. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Falcons. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
On is Koo for the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons move out on top, 14-0. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their first, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find his big target, Pat Freiermuth. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now Wilson on first down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
McLeod to return. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Hooker going to work from the pistol. Short throw taken by Pitts. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome to the Madden family for you and Greg. And to you at home as we take you around the NFL here on NFL Kickoff Weekend 2024. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. Bryce Young with 2 touchdown passes there. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And you can see currently they trail in that ball game. The new signee from Dallas, Tony Pollard, a touchdown on the ground. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And that game has gone to halftime with the visiting Cardinals out on top. Kyler Murray, responsible.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense back onto the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game. In motion, it's Jefferson. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. Oh, a loose football. And this is taken in by the defense.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
On the ground, it's Robinson. Oh! And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's fourth down. And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. And this will stay a 2-possession game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. He'll work forward for a couple. Hayden Ellis in on that stop. Wilson to throw. He's got his man, Jefferson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here. Backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. A dive and a catch. Incredible. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Open man down the field, Mooney. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're running here with Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Now, faking the give. That one is caught by Mooney. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Week. Now, Hooker. He's good. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Patterson now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Here's Wilson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Russ. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Russ. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be second down. To throw again is Wilson. Quick throw on target to Pickens. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. Throwing again, Wilson. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Again, Wilson. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Wilson lines up in the pistol. And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's going to be caught, and this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker, and they have turned it over on downs. Throwing is Hooker. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Here's Hooker. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Algier. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Hooker going to work from the pistol. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Out of the gun, here's Ruck. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And the Falcons are going to get the football at their own 23.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
2nd and a yard. A give up the middle to Algier. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Atlanta. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. That's London. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. That complete to Algier. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They get the opening week victory, move to 1-0. Give their new head coach a W in his debut at the helm.
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Falcons and the Eagles on Monday Night Prime Time.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Here's Hurts to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, Ray McLeod. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Hooker. Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. Short throw caught by Pitts. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They go play action. Here's Hooker. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Moore, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 14 carries, 54 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Off play action. Here's Hooker rolling to his right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Hooker. Eluding the pressure right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Hooker. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing. Hooker. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Over the middle, caught by London. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Hooker's going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hendon Hooker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Here now, 2nd and 4. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Now a 2nd and 6. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The slot man in motion right. Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Hurts sets up to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Coup for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, they all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Back to throw now on first down. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back to throw again. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the visiting Saints who were able to walk away with the road victory. Kendre Miller, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we slide over to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. Elliott now to kick this one away. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Looking to throw. Hooker. Looking deep here from Mooney. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney, 70 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Koo now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times the Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's Hurts to throw. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Hooker now off play action. That's complete to the tight end Werner. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Hooker to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mooney, the motion man right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now Hooker. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and the lead will stay put at 17. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll look to throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Justin Simmons firing all the way in from his safety position. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Here's McLeod on the return. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Dumps this one off to Algier. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Robinson up the middle. Busts through the tackle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the gun, it's Hooker. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. Hooker. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Play action. Here's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go. 2nd down. On the option left, it's Hurts. Stays on his feet, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's taken down inside the 30. On the give, here's Robinson. They juked him down at the 25. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught out left side by Robinson. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Hooker. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are on their way to a 2-0 start. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule.
Oh, they pitched to the tight end. It's a fake.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That is caught. They'll have the first down and then some. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, 71 yards. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hooker's looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Hand off now to Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. So a win here for the Falcons, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their 2nd-year quarterback.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So for Atlanta, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Chiefs and the Falcons on Sunday night primetime.
Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chuck yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first, it's likely going to be your winner.
McCole Hardman now on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out is fresh off a third Super Bowl title. The standard for quarterback excellence today, Patrick Mahomes.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns. One interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here he's got to play some clean ball.
Getting out. Oh, he's on the move, and so is the defense, and they take him down. Offense to the line for second down. Trying again, following the sack. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's up. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. They'll motion him out of the backfield. After the sack, another pass on second down. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. The Chiefs looking to punt on fourth down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Hooker set to pass. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. That throw intended for Drake London. And we'll see what they do here on second down. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. Chiefs in a nickel set for this third down call. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. A handoff for Robinson, running right. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Brought down by Charles Omenihu on the play. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now here's Hooker. Completes, it's Bijan Robinson. And that will not be enough for a first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Drake London with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on their opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Hardman with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. First and 10, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. All right, here we go, second down. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll begin the quarter with 3rd and 2. Right back to Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Falcons will take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Second down now, 7 to go. To throw, Hooker. He puts some power on a deep one left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. Fair catch taken. Not the punt that they were looking for. Excellent field position awaits. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. 2nd down now, 7 to go. It's Pacheco again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing is Mahomes. On the move, headed right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. Hanging close, and it does find that right upright. No good. And the deficit stays at 7. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Hooker. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Hit made by Josh Uche.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. It's the Falcons with a 3rd and 3. To throw is Hooker. That one's complete to London. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Hardman with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Blitz coming, Mahomes. Rolling left, buying some time.
Holding, offense.
All right, this is a little bit odd. I think in most spots we'd expect to see them decline the call, take the lost yards and down.
All I can think of here is they've got some extreme confidence, maybe hubris in their defense to make a similar type of play, but just tack on even more negative yards lost.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. Rice pulls it in along the sideline. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Third down, it's Mahomes. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. Deep for the Falcons, Ray McLeod. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the punt team gets to this one at the 17-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Hooker will look to throw. Got a man. Robinson has it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That's the end of 2 in Atlanta. The Falcons really spreading their wings. They're out in front so far. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Drake May, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the Dog Pound. And they were winners in that one over the visit.
And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the third quarter. Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rondale Moore. This return makes it up to the 25. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Second down now, 7 to go. Robinson on the inside give. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Hooker to throw. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. 1st and 10 from the 41. Now Hooker. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Here's a counter give to Robinson. Jukes one defender, and he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Justin Reed with the tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Pass play coming here. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 1st and 10 from the 41. They send a receiver in motion right. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes out to the left. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. They kick the running back in motion. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
That one's incomplete over the middle. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So now on is Younghoe Koo for the Falcons field goal. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will add to their score.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Needed a lot more to reach the landing zone, so the drive going to start at their own 40-yard line.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. A counter give here to Pacheco. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous... Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an out cut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up. They'll go. It's Mahomes. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They're out and set. First and 10. This is Robinson. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
From the 28. Finds his target, Robinson. He's touched down behind the line as this one goes the wrong way. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on third down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Handoff now to Robinson. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Slot man motioned over. Here's 2nd and 2. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Now here's Hooker. Throw reeled in by London. And they take him down right along the 30. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Hooker set to pass. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. From the red zone now. Pitts brings it in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons looking at a 3-0 start to the season. Throwing it again here. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He's got it.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Robinson will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. To throw is Hooker. Able to hit Robinson, complete. Touchdown, Atlanta. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Hardman with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. One final shot here. Try and push it deep downfield. And that pass is dropped. Fitting. That would be their final play of the game as we've reached the end of this one. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL as they're now up to a 3-0 start. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Saints and the Falcons, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Glad to have you all with us for another dose of NFL action. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here in the booth for you. And Brock, if the build-up to kickoff has been any indication this week, man, we're in store for a good one.
Yeah, we never have an NFL game without the two sides doing a little jawing in the days leading up to it. It's the game before the game. Like any edge that you could create, but now, well, now's the time to kick it off, where you actually take care of business on the field, and you know both sides are ready to go.
Two of the NFL's best starts challenging each other here. Off we go in a Week 4 showdown. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. Leading them out in year 11. He's played 15 or more games every season in the league. A real Iron Man, Derek Carr.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Running back sent in motion. From the shotgun, Carr completes this one to Hill. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They're now set for 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Carr. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 2nd down. Back to the air, Carr. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Rolling again, it's Carr. And he can escape no longer. They roam over and bring him down. Here's Jake Camarda to send it skyward on 4th down. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminded yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them to go and put a score on the board.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They go play action on 1st. Gets this one to Tyler Algier. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. From the 39. That one's complete to London. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Falcons don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And this one doesn't make it into the landing zone. It comes down shy of the 20, and by the new rules this year, that means the ball is going to be placed at the 40-yard line. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Carr now on 1st and 10. That finds Miller complete. He's got to gain a 6 there. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Cut by Miller. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They go play action with Carr. He gets it to Juwan Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Carr here from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pistol snap to Carr. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe from the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And they won't really have any field position to speak of. Big mistake as he's out of bounds at his own 2. He'll throw it from his own end zone. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They are facing 2nd down deep on their own end. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Now here's Hooker. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Hooker will look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Here's Hooker. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now Hooker. Got a man. Robinson has it. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons now lead by 10. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Koo on now for the extra point. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Returning from the 18-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Carr back to throw. Forced out to his right. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. A.J. Terrell making that stop.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. And he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield. The Falcons and running back B. And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. Man in motion out of the slot. Here's a give to Robinson. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 48. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Hooker set to pass. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll run the draw with Robinson. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, this just can't happen.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. From the 22 on 2nd down. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 3-possession lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Saints are going to take over now near the end of the half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off the deficit before halftime. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Second and 10, here's Carr. Connects with Johnson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Carr with it on 3rd and short. That's brought in by Miller.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he's brought down before the return gets far. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Play action on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And it sets up 2nd down. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. That's the end of 2 in Atlanta. The Falcons really spreading their wings. They're out in front so far. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now,
Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the 3rd quarter. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Moore with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Falcons and Hendon Hooker ready to take over once more. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 44. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire, getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To throw is Hooker. Finds his target, Robinson. And they make the tackle at the 38. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first. Slot man motioned over. They go play action on 1st. Flush down out to his left. He takes it himself. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. To throw, Hooker. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. An option give to Robinson. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time.
And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Kickoff taken at the 13. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Carr. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he'll get it up to the 44. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Carr with it on 1st. Buys time, rolling right. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Short pass brought in. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Carr here from the gun. He lofts it deep, right sideline. Brought in inside the 20. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. He's got Shaheed. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints start the 2nd half with some needed points. So the Saints offense staying on the fields. They're going for 2. Pistol snap to Carr. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story. And right now, that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
Motioning the tight end now. Hooker to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Here's Hooker. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. A give right side to Miller. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Carr. players around this one, and it is intercepted. D. Alford has the INT. And the Falcons will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Robinson. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They're going play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal. Throwing off the play fake here. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons put up even more points in a win. Drake London with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons make it a 24-point ball game. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. This is taken in at the 13. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Saints come marching onto the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Carr now on 1st and 10. And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself. But he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. Carr. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Getting out to his left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. Here he is on 3rd and long. Olave with the catch. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saints making the scoreboard look a touch better. Chris Olave with the touchdown. He's throwing for it. Drops back. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Falcons cover up the kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not.
Spins into the open field. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Drake London with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks. Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. He's got it right side. And he isn't able to get in here. That lead's going to stay right where it is.
I know these special teams coaches spend all week trying to find a little weakness, and I guess they saw something on film they may have liked. But I think this serves as a reminder, if you want to get 2, try the conversion from the 2-yard line next time.
The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Carr setting to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Carr. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And the Falcons scoop it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The Falcons take a timeout to their final 1. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.